Hello, denizens. Sorry if you haven't seen as much of me as you'd like, but I've been chillin' during this summer, enjoying myself and doing the van life thing with the old lady. But tech news never stops, and the biggest buzz is coming out of China wanting to restrict online gameplay of people 18 years and younger to only 1 hour a day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As parents, I know what you're thinking. You wish that you could get your kids under 8 hours a day. Now the Chinese government shift was not so drastic as you might have thought, as they had already restricted gameplay to an hour or so a day and came to the conclusion that was too much. Obviously, this relates only to online games where participants will have to use their real names now and go through facial recognition verification. I don't think a state-imposed restriction would have a hope in hell of working here. In fact, a kid killed his parents for removing his Xbox from his room. China also announced newer, more strict artificial intelligence rules. They must align with the state. Recommendations should uphold mainstream values and not endanger national security. That's a pretty broad range. Mainstream values could be respecting your parents. Endangering national security could be, let's say, just off the top of my head, standing in front of a tank on Tiananmen Square. I'm just guessing there. Be more transparent. Tech firms must create a system for the review of algorithmic mechanisms. Transparency is a good goal unless it means access to your code and your life and everything. Be good users by not feeding them addictive content. Okay, so how is the Chinese government interpreting addictive content? Does it mean enjoyable content people want to see more than once? More than what the Communist Party wants you to see? We once did a gig at a men's prison that went so well that they told us that next time not to be so funny. So we all knew it was going to happen. The EU announced plans to open a formal investigation into Nvidia's $54 billion acquisition of ARM amid competition concerns. Hey, the EU couldn't even force Apple to adopt USB-C for their iPhones, and Nvidia are even nastier than Apple. Personally, I don't know how this purchase could be a good thing because of Apple's agreement with ARM. No one thinks this would have any effect on Apple, but Nvidia and Apple don't have the warmest relationship. However, this could be an opportunity for Tim to play hardball with Jensen and ask for a better deal, better terms in exchange for Apple's support for the deal. I never thought of that. At the very least, Jensen could offer Tim one of his cool leather jackets. Do you trust the labels on the foods you buy at the supermarket? Well, you shouldn't, because false labeling accounted for 50% of all food and beverage lawsuits filed in 2020. That's a huge percentage, but I think, we could probably just put that down to honest mistakes. When we said 100% sugar-free, what we really meant was that we added 100% sugar for free. A simple error. McCormick is facing a $3 million settlement for advertising artificial ingredients as natural. Yes, petroleum did start out as squished sea creatures, so in that sense, it's natural. Elsewhere, one lawsuit claims Frito-Lay's hint of lime chips don't actually contain limes. And another says TGI Friday's onion snacks have no onions. And that brings us to today's sponsor, Manfred's, makers of rat testicle pate. No one else would make a pate with unwashed rat testicles that have been dragged in their own urine through wood shavings. If it's Manfred's, it's good. Hey, patriots, don't get bent out of shape by pictures of the Taliban parading all that captured high-tech American weaponry. According to the Pentagon, the gear left behind in Afghanistan was demilitarized, easy for you to say, and made unfit to use. What the Pentagon meant was that they put club steering wheel locks on all their vehicles, tanks, and helicopters. Just try to steal that stuff now, terrorists. Of course, the real reason the military left all that gear behind was so that they could get new shit. Woohoo! New shit! By law, the U.S. government oversees the federal duck stamp art contest to decide on the image for the stamp, which waterfowl hunters must purchase for hunting. Since 1934, the annual contest has generated over $1.1 billion for conservation efforts. However, there is a controversy this year as the two main judges are arguing over whether it's duck season or rabbit season. Need a break? This website challenges you to sit still and do absolutely nothing for 2 minutes. Oh, it's impossible. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you. I failed it every single time.